Okay. But me,
Tell me, Anna.
you are 1 year. Usted es un año mayor que mi hermano because you have 25 and my brother 24.
Oh, yes, yes.
And my
Okay,
other brother, you see, 80.
80. Okay, yes. Okay, let's start now. Now, let's start with social. I tell you, we are going to copy, but not today. Today, you are not going to copy. So don't worry here where it says copy, do not copy because we're not going to copy today. Today, we're not going to copy. Now, the topic for this week in social is going to be weather and climate. We're going to talk about weather and climate. Now, we're going to watch a video about this, but I want you to tell me, who can tell me what is weather? What things comes to your mind when you listen to the word weather and climate?
I see. Example, like rain, sunlight. Winter. Winter.
Winter,
Winter.
Valerie.
Spring. Autumn.
Autumn.
Wind. Sunshine. Summer. Sprinkle.
Okay, let's see. That's right. So Jan, Valerie, tell me what comes to your mind when you listen weather?
Means we have to copy the topic.
No, remember, I tell you, today we're not going to copy in social. Today, don't worry about it. This social, we're not going to copy. The topic for today is weather and climate. Remember that when we're talking about weather and climate, they are related. They are related. These two definitions, they are related to each other, but they don't mean the same. They don't mean the same. They have some differences about weather and climate. So I'm going to display the video. I'm going to display the video. Pay attention to the video. Then you are going to tell me what is weather and what is climate according to the information that it was displayed on the video. Yes? Okay, let me share the sound.
If you're like me, you know what your perfect day looks like, weather-wise. Sunny, rainy, snowy, whatever. Personally,
Okay, any comments about this video class, about weather and climate? Raise your hand if you want to share what do you understand, what is weather and what is climate, or the difference between them. Rosa?
The things are thunder, storm, snow.
That's right. They are examples of what? Of weather or climate, Rosa?
Climate.
The climate? Okay. What else, class? What else you can tell me? What is weather? What do you understand of the video? Oh, see, Jan?
That the world can change, but by billions, hundreds of years can change.
That's right. It can change. That's the weather or the climate. The climate, it's in a short period. Remember, the weather, it's on a short period of time. It describes. For example, how's the weather today? Who wants to tell me how it looks the weather today? Look at the window. Look at the window and tell me how's the weather today. Lucia?
We have sun.
It is sun. It's a sunny day today.
Sun.
Yes, it's a sunny day. Is it cold? It's raining in your house. Is it raining?
It's cold. It is sunny. It's cold. It's cold here in San Pedro.
That's right, Jan. Yes.
A little bit cold.
Yes, it's kind of cold. We feel like humidity. It's like cold, but there is a sun. That's right. So in that way, we can describe how's the weather. It's in a short period of time. We can describe how's the weather today. How was the weather yesterday? If it was raining or not. If it was a sunny day. We can describe how it's going to be tomorrow. In this way, you know that the weather, it changed. Today can be sunny. Right now in the morning, but in the afternoon, it can be raining. It can be raining. So that's the weather. It's on a short period of time. We don't know. We cannot predict how it's going to be. Maybe looking by the looking for the clouds, we can say maybe it's going to rain today. If we look gray clouds, we can know if it's going to rain or no. Now, the climate. What is climate, class? Climate, remember, it's on a long period of time. How's the weather? It's changing. In the video, the girl was describing, if you remember, it was one little girl, and September 5th, it was like raining. Then September 10, it was sunny day. Then it continued the days. The days were passing on, and it was a sunny. So in the climate, when we're talking about climate, we talk about long period of times. How's the weather? How's the weather change over 100 or thousands years ago? So for example, the climate that we have today in 2021, yes, 2021, it's not the same climate that your parents or your grandfather they have when they were a baby or they were children. If you ask to your grandparents, if you have them, or your parents or grandmother, you can ask them, maybe they can tell you, no, in those days for this, on November, it was we don't have sun, it was too cold. So you are going to see how the weather, how it's changing and how is the climate now. So that is the difference. So I'm going to show you again the presentation here. Remember that we're not going to copy. The difference between the weather and climate. So one difference that we can mention is the weather. It's described in a short period of time, and the climate it's on a long period of time. You can use also this information to describe the weather. What you get, the conditions of the atmosphere over a short period of time. That was explaining to you. It's on a short period of time, and it can change within minutes or hours. Right now it's a sunny day, but later it can be rainy. We don't know. Also, the weather, it's about how is the weather in one place. For example, here in Tegucigalpa, it can be a sunny day, but I don't know how it's the weather in San Pedro Sula. Valerie, you're in San Pedro Sula, right? How is the weather day, Valerie? Is it rainy? It's a sunny day?
It's hot. Es caliente, pero es caliente como estar en Tegus. Es Tegus, pero caliente.
Okay, so it's hotter than Tegucigalpa. Yes, San Pedro Sula, it's hotter. It's like Choluteca. Choluteca, it's a hotter place. So it's the hottest place, I think, in Honduras. So, but the weather here in Honduras, it can be a sunny day. But what about Mexico? I don't know if it's still raining in Mexico. In other country, it's not a sunny day. They can have some rainy days. Gabriela Gigurems?
Miss, and why in Choluteca is in San Pedro Sula is so hot?
It's a hot, remember, because of the conditions. They don't have a lot of trees like here in, remember, in some it depends of the amount of trees. It depends of the precipitation that there can be there also. So it takes a lot of things to describe why it's hotter in those places. Yes, it's for the location they are placed, is these two places. Now, remember, weather, short period of time, and it can change. What about the climate? The climate is what you expect. It's what you expect. How the atmosphere behaves over a long period of time and space. How? It's the average regional weather pattern over decades. So we're comparing how the weather is changing for a long period of time. How it was the weather on January, how was the weather on February of this year, how was the weather on March. We're comparing this and we're seeing here using this graphic how it changed the weather, what is the average pattern over the decades, over the month. We talk about the climate. It's a long period of time. Yes? Questions about weather and climate, class? Oh, so for example, for climate, we can say one example that we know that it's hot when it's summer. It is cold when it's winter. So this is a prediction that we already know what we expect. What do you expect in summer? In summer, you expect a hot day, a sunny day. What do you expect in winter? You expect a cold day. Maybe you expect to have rainy days. So that is a climate. And the weather, remember, it's what you get. Today you get a sunny day, but maybe tomorrow we can get a rainy day. Now, Here we have also weather could be, some examples how the weather could be. It can be sunny, cloudy, snowy, rainy. It depends on the place that you're located. For example, in the United States, in New York, it can be snowing right now. But in Honduras, it's a sunny day. But it's weather. We're describing the weather of a place, of a specific country, of our specific place where we're located. Or how it's today and how it was yesterday. That is weather. Don't forget this. Now, we're going to solve a worksheet. Don't forget the difference of weather and climate. We're going to solve this worksheet. We're going to identify and draw if sunny, it's part of the weather, or it describes the climate. Tropical, if it is climate or weather. And so, yes, I'm going to display this worksheet. I'm going to share also this link to you so you can practice. And then we're going to check the answers together. Okay, so I'm going to share this link. Just let me, okay, I'm going to click up here and on the chat, you're going to have it. Remember, open the link, you can send to your teacher the answer, and then we're going to check the answers together. I'm going to give you 4 minutes to solve this worksheet, and then we're going to check the answers together.
Miss, I have the same problem of the link.
Don't worry, and later you have to do it, Lana. You have to do it. These links, they are on Schoology, so later you can do it and send it to you. Okay.
Miss, and I don't have my lips when I feature because I'm in the navigator. Y entonces no me deja, solo los fondos. And I'm in the navigator, and in the navigator, I do the links that you share me, and some links to an Schoology.
Okay, 4 minutes. 4 minutes to solve the worksheet, and then we're going to check the answer. Okay, class, let's check the answers for the worksheet that you work by yourself. We already finished. Now we're going to solve together this worksheet. To check the answer, if you have any question, also remember that you can ask. Now we have weather versus climate. Remember what we're going to do here is to drag and drop in the correct column to sort the terms that describe either weather or climate. So we have this, the vocabulary. Sunny, where do you think it's going to be sunny? It's about what?
And weather.
Weather, okay, what?
Weather.
You, Lucia, Valerie, what do you think? Sian says weather. Weather, you finished. All of you think it's weather? Okay, I'm going
Climate.
Sunny. Tropical, what about tropical? Climate, that's right. How it is the weather in the place, it's tropical, the climate. What about this one?
Sunny.
Weather.
Okay, next one.
Weather.
Okay, that's right. Next one, it's unpredictable.
Weather.
The weather can be unpredictable or the climate.
Weather.
Can we predict the weather? No, right?
Weather.
Change is slow over time. Slowly over the time, it's just changing.
Climate.
It's the climate, that's right. It's changing slowly. Can change quickly.
Weather.
That's right. It's on the short term.
Weather.
That's right. Polar.
Climate.
Polar. Do we have another one? No. Right, just then. Okay, yes, just then. So you say that the weather is the words that we can use to describe sunny, windy, foggy, unpredictable. It can change quickly, and it's described of the short term. How's the weather? Climate, it's tropical. We can say polar and change slowly over the time. That's right. Now let's check the finish. Okay, I'm going to click here, check my answers. And let's see how you get 10 out of 10. That's right. Congratulations. So that don't forget the difference between weather and climate. Weather, it is how it changed, so that's why it's unpredictable, because right now you don't know. You know how's the weather right now, but you don't know how it's going to be in the next minutes or in the next hour. Yes. And the climate, it is changing slowly. It's changing slowly. Okay. Any question about weather, climate, these two definitions? Is it clear? Do you recognize the difference between the two of these two definitions? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, perfect. We're going to finish the class. Remember, no homework in social studies this week. Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye-bye.